Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something we all think we understand, but maybe we don't at all. Time itself. You know the picture we all have in our heads, right? Time is a river. It flows in one direction, nice and steady, from a past that's already happened to a future that's, well, just one single path ahead. But what if that's just completely wrong? What if time isn't a simple river at all? What if it's a massive, churning ocean, a place with its own currents, its own waves, its own hidden depths, all existing at the same time? This wild idea is at the very core of the fascinating Frandsen report, and trust me, it changes everything. Now, before we can even begin to understand this ocean of time, we have to start with what we know for sure. Our journey begins with solid science. And that means it begins with the one and only Albert Einstein. See, Einstein's work completely shattered that old idea of a single universal clock ticking away for everyone, everywhere. His theory of relativity showed us that time isn't just some abstract concept. Nope, it's a real, physical dimension, and just like space, it is flexible. It can be stretched, it can be squeezed, and it can be warped by the universe itself. So how does that actually work? Well, his general relativity shows that really massive things, like planets or black holes, create such intense gravity that they literally slow down time in their vicinity. At the same time, his special relativity proves that the faster you move through space, the slower time passes for you. So you have these two cosmic forces, gravity and velocity, constantly bending and shaping the flow of time. Okay, so Einstein gave us the rule book for how time can bend. But this is where the Frandsen report gets really, really strange. It's filled with what it calls temporal anomalies, events so bizarre they seem to push past even the flexible rules of relativity. First up, the report talks about beings that age impossibly fast. We're talking about living an entire lifetime in what, to us, would feel like just a single afternoon. Now, could this just be relativity on steroids? Maybe. The report suggests they might exist in a place where gravity or velocity is so extreme that their personal clock is just massively accelerated compared to ours. Then it goes a step further, describing entities like the Galactic Federation of Worlds. The claim here is that they operate from a point 300 years in Earth's future, yet they're somehow able to interact with our present. How is that even possible? If time is just a one-way river, there is simply no explanation. And finally, the report gets incredibly personal. It details the experiences of Frandsen's own daughter, Olivia, who is described as being able to literally travel through time and even intervene in past events. This idea directly attacks our most basic understanding of cause and effect, and the notion that the past is fixed and can't be changed. When you're dealing with anomalies like these, that simple river idea just completely breaks down. It just can't explain any of this. So, to make sense of it all, the Frandsen report argues we need a completely new model for how we think about time. And this is Frandsen's central, game-changing idea. Forget the river. Time is an ocean. The difference here is profound. The river model is simple. It's linear, just a straight shot from A to B. But the ocean model? That's a living system. It suggests different parts of the universe can have their own unique temporal currents, and that powerful cosmic forces can shape the flow of time itself, creating wildly different conditions from one place to another. But let's be super clear here. This ocean model is not saying time is just an illusion. Actually, Frandsen argues the complete opposite. Time is real, its effects are measurable. It's not an illusion. It's just infinitely more complex and fluid than we ever gave it credit for. So, if time really is an ocean, the next question is pretty obvious, isn't it? How do you navigate it? And the answer proposed by the report, well, it might just be the key to explaining every single one of these anomalies.
Okay, think about the time zones we have here on Earth. They're based on longitude, right? The report basically takes that idea and scales it up to a cosmic level. It proposes that the universe has cosmic time zones that aren't based on location, but on the local conditions of gravity and velocity. And if that's true, it means that an advanced civilization could learn how to navigate from one temporal zone to another.
And suddenly, everything starts to click. Navigating these cosmic time zones would be how a civilization could interact with us from their future. It would explain how events could be perfectly synchronized across these huge temporal divides. In this model, it's not magic anymore. It's physics. It's a technology for navigating the great ocean of time. The Frandsen report really challenges us to stop seeing time as some fixed path we're forced to walk and start seeing it as a vast, explorable ocean. And that leaves us with one final, awe-inspiring question. If we are only just now dipping our toes in the water, what new shores, what strange currents, and what deep wonders are waiting for us out in the vast ocean of time?